Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I will be discussing the continuation of the worded problems, no? So additional problem siya. Pero before we continue, balikan po muna natin yung problem number 7, no? At ibibigay ko po sa inyo yung solution para at least ay makita ninyo kung paano yung process ng pag-solve ng sagot or kung paano nakuha yung mga values na nandoon, no? Sana all pwedeng balikan, no? So, sagutan na natin yung number 7 para at least ay makompute natin. So, we have the problem number 7 that the sum of age of parents and 3 children is 9 decades over a century. Then, second sentence, the father is twice as old as his eldest child. Then, pang-tatlong sentence, when the eldest child was born, the sum of the parents' age was 54. Then, pang-apat na sentence, when the youngest was born, the sum of parents' age was 70. Then, pang-last na sentence, in 38 years, the sum of the parents' age will be equal to the sum of the children's age. So, the question is, how old is the second child? So, yun nga, in every sentence sa worded problem is equivalent to, ano po yun, equivalent sa isang equation, no? So, the first equation is makukuha natin dun sa first sentence. So, we have solution number 7. So, first, the sum of age of parents and 3 children is 9 decades over the century. So, gaya na sabi ko, kung yung pag-label ng variables is nakadepende naman sa inyo kung gagamitin niyo yung X or Y. Sa akin kasi ang ginagamit ko is for example, father, so F agad yun. Mother, M. Para at least, pag compute natin, kung ano po yung letters na lumabas, ibig sabihin, yun po yung hinahanap natin, di ba? So, pero depende naman po yan sa inyo. Pero yun nga, sa akin, gagamitin natin yung father is F, mother is M, children is C. So, since may tatlong children, may C1, C2, C3 tayo. So, first sentence, the sum of each of the parents and 3 children is 9 decades over the century. So, we have here equation 1. So, we have here the father, sum of parents daw, father and mother, plus yung 3 children, we have C1 plus C2 plus C3 is 9 decades over the century. Ibig sabihin yung over the century, nagkaroon muna ng 100 years plus yung 9 decades dyan, no? So, we have here 190 years. Then, for equation 2, we have here the father is twice as old as the eldest child. So, we have here the father is twice as old as the eldest child, yung panganay na anak, which is C1. Then, for equation 2, we have here, equation 3, we have the eldest child was born, when the eldest child was born, the sum of the parents' age was 54. So, we have here yung edad ng nanay at ng tatay minus nung edad ng eldest child is equivalent kay 54. So, yung pinanganak daw yung eldest child, ito po yung total edad ng parents, no? Kaya siya nag-2 kasi nga, syempre, yung twice mo siyang babawasan kasi nga, yung para sa nanay at para sa tatay na edad, no? Then we have here equation 4, which is from the fourth sentence, when the youngest was born, the sum of the parents' age was 70. So, yung pinanganak daw yung pinakabata, ang edad daw po nung both parents is equivalent kay 70. So, we have here the sum of the parents' age during nung pinanganak yung youngest child is equivalent kay 70. Then we have here equation 5, which is yung pang-limang sentence. In 38 years, the sum of the parents' age will be equal to the sum of children's age. So, in 38 years daw, so yung edad daw ng nanay at nung tatay at nung nanay, in 38 years, so, since dalawa yung parents, magta-times 2 ka din dito, no? Is pareho daw sa edad ng mga anak. So we have here C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus 3 times 38. 3 kasi nga tatlo yung anak mo, no? Ayan, tatlo yung anak ng parents dyan sa problem natin. So, we have here 5 equations and 5 unknowns kasi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 unknowns siya, si father, si mother, si first child, then si second child, and si third child. So, then we have here 5 equations. So, 5 equations and 5 unknowns. So, solvable siya by process of elimination, no? Then, ang pinapahanap po sa atin sa question is itong edad ng second child. So, ang hinahanap po natin ay si C2, no? Na matatagpuan sa Jollibee. Joke lang. Okay, so we have here, pagsamahin natin si equation 1 at si equation 5, we have here equation 1 and equation 5. So, itong equation na to at yung equation na nasa taas, so, I could say na F plus M plus 38 times 2 is equivalent kay C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus 3 times 38. Then, susulat ko yung equation 1, we have here F plus M. Transfer ko na yung C1, C2, and C3 dun sa kabila. We have here negative C1 minus negative C2 minus C3 plus 190. Then, lalabas, we have here 2F plus M equivalent kay ito, pag nilipat ko sa kabila, magiging minus 2 times 38. So, lalabas dito, we have here 38 na lang, di ba? So, lalabas dyan, pag kinalagyan natin yan, we have here 190 plus 38 equals 228, no? So, the process will be addition pala. So, pag pinas ko yan, since negative, 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 makakancel tong C1, C2, and C3. Then, we have here 38 plus 190, we have 228. Then, I could say that, therefore, si father plus si mother ngayon is equivalent kay 228 divide 2 is 100. 228 divide 2 is 114. We have here 114. No? Then, pwede kong ilipat itong father and mother dito para makuha ko si C1, no? So, substitute. Sabihin ko ito ay equation 6. Equation 6 to equation 3. So, we have here father plus mother minus 2C1 is equivalent kay 54. And we all know that F plus M is equivalent to 114. Therefore, lalabas yan, 114 minus 2C1 is equivalent kay 54. Therefore, C1 is equivalent kay 30. So, ang panganay na anak is may 30 na taong gulang na ngayon, no? Then, after natin makuha sa C1, so pakitandaan ko yan, ha? So, after natin makuha si C1, pwede ko na makuha yung edad ng tatay, di ba? So, ibig sabihin yung edad ng tatay ay dito, lalabas. We have here 2C1. So, the father's age will be equivalent kay 60 years old. Then, pwede ko nang ito, ilagay sa equation. Then, itong equation 6 pala, ilagay ko ulit dito sa equation 4 para makuha ko yung C3, no? So, we have here, substitute equation 6 to equation 4. We have here, father plus mother minus 2C3 is equivalent kay 70, no? Then we all know that F plus M is equivalent kay 114. So we have here 114 minus 2C3 is equivalent kay 70. Therefore, we have the value of C3 here, which is equivalent kay 22. So, si 22 ay nakuha sa 114 minus 70 equals 44. Divide 2. Kasi ito, divide 2. Lalabas, we have here 22. So, 22 years old na si bunso, no? Then, pinapahanap ay si C2. So, pwede nating substitute C1 and C3. The value of C1, C2, and C3 and equation 6 to equation 1. So, we have here F equation 1, F plus M plus C1 plus C2 plus C3 is equivalent kay 190. Then, we all know that F plus M is equivalent kay 114 plus C1 which is ito, 30. Lalabas, we have here 30 plus C2 which is yung hinahanap natin plus C3 which is equivalent kay 22 years old is equivalent kay 190. Therefore, lalabas, transpose mo lang po lahat ng numbers dito dun sa kabila. We have here 190 minus 114 minus 30 minus 22. So, we have here 24 years old. So, si C2 is equivalent kay 24 years old. So, yan po yung solution para dun sa problem number 7. Okay. So, let's continue to the problem number 12. No? So, we have here clock problem. Wait lang. Erase ko po muna yung solution. We have clock problem number 12. So, question is, in how many minutes after 10 o'clock will the hands of the clock be perpendicular for the second time? Okay, bro. Okay, so in problem number 12, which is a clock problem, ang tanong po ay, in how many minutes after 10 o'clock will the hands of the clock be perpendicular for the second time? So we have, let's say na meron tayong orasan. We have here a clock, no? Solution number 12. So, let's say we have here clock 12, 6, 3, 9, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 11. So, sabi, after 10 o'clock daw. So, in how many minutes after 10 o'clock? After 10 o'clock, will the hands of the clock be perpendicular for the second time? So, we have here, ito yung 10 o'clock. Ito yung minute hand. Then, we have here the hour hand. The hour hand. Which is yung red. So, lalabas, pinapahanap po is yung second time na magiging perpendicular yung oras natin, no? Yung after 10 o'clock. So, first, pag inikot po natin yan, diba, inikot po natin siya. So, first is mga dito banda, habang gumagalaw yung minute hand, Nagagalaw din yung hour hand natin. So, dito pa lang sa part na to, magkakaroon agad ng perpendicular, which is 90 degrees. Tama? So, yun yung first perpendicular. Then, the second will be yung nanditong part na. Tama? So, lalabas, we have here, we assume na yung na-travel nung hour hand na ito, which is distance na x over 12. X over 12 po siya. No? Then, kung dito yung first ano natin, 90 degrees, lalabas we have here, siguro mga nandito banda yun. Dito banda na. No? Kasi nga, itong 90 degrees na nandito yung kailangan na natin. No? We have here this portion. Natin tinakbo nung minute hand. No? Kasi the first one is yung nanditong part. Yun yung first 90 degrees. Tama? Then, the second 90 degrees will be yung nanditong part na. No? So, tanggalin natin to. So, the distance traveled by the minute hand, we could say that yan po ay si x. No? Then, we could say na ano ba? Yun lang. So, pwede na natin siyang isolve, no? So, we have here the distance traveled, which is ito. Tapos ito pala, ito, ang distance na to is equivalent kay perpendicular 90 degrees. So, equivalent yan kay 15 minutes, no? So, from this point to this point, we have here 15 minutes na travel, no? So, pwede natin sabihin na doon sa equation natin, pwede kong sabihin na x plus yung 15 minus nito from this point, ito, to this point, yung 10 o'clock kasi is 50 minutes to. 50 minutes, no? So, pwede ko sabihin na yung 15 minutes plus nung x over 12 is equivalent kay yung x tapos yung 15 dito sa kabila, no? So, that's solved. So, we have here yung total, which is yung kabuuan, 50 minutes, ito, yung distance na travel na to, plus itong distance na travel ng hour hand natin, which is x over 12. No? Is pareho lang doon sa 15 minutes na to at yung distance na x natin, no? So, we have here 15 plus x. Then, ito na yung magiging equation natin. Then, transpose, makakomplete na natin yung sagot. So, we have here 50 transpose this minus 15 equals x minus x over 12. So, therefore, x is equivalent kay shift solve, lalabas 38.18 minutes. So, if you could check dun sa analog orasan, makikita nyo nga nasa bandang in-between siya ng 7 and 8. So, si 7 is 35, si 8 naman is 40. So, lalabas, nasa in-between lang yung sagot natin doon, no? Okay? So, let's proceed to number 13. Number 13. At what time after 3 o'clock will the hour hands and the minute hands be 80 degrees with each other for the second time? Right? So, hindi ko na buburahin yung orasan para at least ay hindi na ako mag-drawing ulit. So, we have here problem number 13 na pinapahanap daw yung minutes na makakabuo ng 80 degrees ng pangalawang beses after the 3 o'clock time. No? So first, let's draw 3 o'clock. So we have here the minute hand which is nakaturo sa 12 and we have the hour hand which is nakaturo sa 3 o'clock. No? So yan po yung 3 o'clock. Then first is magkakabuo ng 80 degrees daw. So we have here unang ikot ng hour hand at kasi di ba ito 90 degrees. Unang ikot ng hour hand ay ng minute hand at galaw ng hour hand. So first is makakabuo ka ng 80 degrees dito, no? Ditong part. So ito ay 80 degrees. Then pangalawang pagka 80 degrees daw is syempre lalabas ditong part na 'yon, no? Ditong part. So habang gumagalaw yung hour hand, yung minute hand natin, gumagalaw din yung hour hand natin, no? So, kung yun yung unang 80 hours, 80 degrees natin, dito na yung hour hand natin, no? Then the second is, gagalaw ulit yan, pag ganyan, tapos, dito na naman yung another 80 hours natin. 80 hours, 80 degrees, no? So, the question is yung ilang minuto daw yung pangalawang 80 degrees, okay? So, solution number 30. Okay, linisin lang natin para at ay. So, we have here, yung first is yung 3 o'clock. Ngayon, makakabuo tayo ng another 80 degrees, which is itong part. Ito yung 80 degrees. Okay, first, itong 80 degrees, i-convert muna natin, no? Pero, lagyan muna natin ng mga label yung mga nasa drawing. So, we have here that the distance traveled from 3 o'clock of the hour hand papunta dito is pwede kong sabihin x over 12. Then, lalabas, itong distance na to ay 15, di ba? Kasi 90 degrees to. So, we have here 15 minutes. Then, the distance traveled by the hour hand is, we can say that siya ay si, the minute hand is, sabihin natin si x, no? So, yan. Pwede na tayo mag-solve. So, let's convert first the 80 degrees na pinapahanap ito. Itong distance na to. Kasi kailangan natin itong distance na to. Kasi kakalabasan yan, yung 15 plus ito is equivalent kay x. Tama? Okay? So, we have here 80 degrees. So, first, convert natin yung 80 degrees. So, we could say na in every 5 minutes, di ba, in every 5 minutes, meron tayong 30 degrees. So, ito ay 30 degrees, 30 degrees, 30 degrees. So, we have here 30 degrees. Then, cancel the degree sign. Matitira natin ay minutes. So, converted na natin yung 80 degrees into minutes. So, pag kinonvert yan, lalabas, we have here 80 times 5 divided by 30. So, we have here 40 over 3. So, we have here 40 over 3 minutes. So, itong distance na to ay 40 over 3 minutes. So, I could say na yung nasa loob is equivalent kay yung nasa labas. So, pag sinolve natin yan, we have here yung 15 na traveled to, 15 plus yung distance traveled by this part, which is x over 12, plus yung travel na to, which is 40 over 3. Equivalent yan dun sa kabuoang trinavel, no? Which is x. Okay? So, we have here 15 plus 40 over 3 is equivalent kay x minus x over 12. Therefore, x is equivalent kay 30. Sobrang natin para ano. We have here 15 plus 40 over 3 shift alpha equals alpha x minus alpha x over 12. We have here 30.91 minutes. Okay. So, dapat hanggang dito lang po pala yan. Hanggang dito banda lang, no? Ganyan. Pero yun nga, assumption lang naman natin yan kasi nga, dahil naman yung katotohanan pa rin yung lalabas. So, yung tamang sagot, no? Okay. So, let's proceed to another problem. We have here Find the angle between the hands of the clock at 3:43. So we have here burahin ko ulit. Solution number 14. We have clock ulit. Tapos we have here 12, 6, 3, 9, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 11. So we have here 3:43. So pinapahanap ko is yung angle ng hands of the clock. So siguro yung minute hand tsaka yung hour hand yan. So we have here 3. First, sulat ko muna yung alas 3 para at least makita natin. No? So yung alas 3. Then yung alas 3. Then, yung sinasabing 3:43, ito yung 40, di ba? So, ito yung 43 banda dyan sa gitna. So, let's say na nandito yung part na yon. Ito yung minute hand na natin. Tapos, syempre, yung distance traveled by the hour hand will be like this. No? We have here, ito na siya ngayon, which is x over 12. Okay. So, pinapahanap is yung angle. Sa lalabas, ito po yung angle na hinahanap dyan. Ano po yung angle na to? Okay? So, pwede na natin sabihin, yung 43 minutes is i-convert lang natin into degrees, no? So, lalabas, we have here yung theta, which is ito. So, solution, we have here theta is equivalent kay 43 minutes. Ito, 43 to, diba? 43 minutes. So, wait. Ito pala yung solve muna natin ito para at least makita nyo. Ito is equivalent kay 43 minutes. Then, ang pinapahanap is itong theta dito. Then, we have here 15 minutes. Tama. So, at ito ay si x over 12. So, si x is 43 pa rin yan, no? 43 divided by 12. Kasi nga, yung 43 is galaw ng minute hand. Then, yung 43 over 12 is yung galaw ng hour hand. So, to get the value of theta, pwede natin sabihin yung nasa loob ng mga values, we have here 15 minutes plus yung x over 12 plus yung theta equivalent kay 43 minutes. No? Then, pwede lang sabihin yung x nga is yung 43. So, hanggang natin to. So, we have here 15 plus 43 over 12 plus theta equals 43 minutes. So, makuha natin si theta, which is itong value pala nito, hindi pala yung kanina 43. So, we have here 43 minus 15 minus 43 over 12. So, lalabas, we have here 24.4167 minutes. So, since naka-minutes po siya, ang pinapahanap po is angle. So, kailangan lang natin siya convert into degrees. So, we have here 30 degrees is equivalent kay 5 minutes. Tama? So we have here theta is equivalent kay answer times 30 divided by 5. So we have here 146.5 degrees, which is the value of the angle between the hands of the clock. No? Okay, so we have here problem number 15. Determine the obtuse angle between the hour and minute hands at 2:51. Okay. So, burahin ko ulit. Okay. So, we have here 2:51 p.m. So, may alas 2. So, let's say, nakatutok dyan. Tapos, meron kang alas 2. No? Yan. Then, ito yung exact 2 o'clock. No? Then, i-drawing ulit natin siya into 2:51. So, let's say na 2:50 ito, tapos 51 na lang dito part, di ba? So, let's say ito yung magiging itsura na niya. So, tayo, ano na natin, i-hidden line. Kaso, ayaw mabura. Then, meron tayong hour hand, which is nanditong banda, no? Tatama na malapit sa may alas 3. Kasi nga, malapit na mag alas 3 yung pinang oras. Pinapahanap ko is the obtuse angle, no? So, ito po siguro yung pinapahanap dyan. Angle. Theta. Okay. So, let's try figuring out the solution dito sa problem number 15. Okay. So, we have here theta. Ito. So, pwede kong sabihin ito ay yung distance dito papunta dito ay 15 minutes. Wait lang. Pinapahanap is itong nanditong part. So, we have here ito. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So, yung eksaktong alas 2 is meron tayong 10 minutes pala. Hindi pala alas 3 to. 10 minutes pala to. Ito. Hanggang dito. 10 minutes. Then, the distance traveled from this portion to this portion is equivalent kay x over 12. No? Yung distance traveled by the hour hand will be x over 12. Then, we have here yung distance travel which is 51 is itong portion na nandito. No? So, ito, kabuuan yan is 51 minutes. Okay? Then, para makuha si angle theta, so, pwede kong sabihin na, ano ba? Theta is equivalent kay okay. So, hindi pala theta to. So, let's solve first itong beta dito. Beta. Para makompute natin beta, 360 minus yung beta na lang para makuha natin yung theta. Okay, so we have here, para yung process natin is as is pa rin yung kagaya ng una-una. So, we have here, itong 15. So, 15 plus nitong x over 2 plus yung beta. So, we have here 15 plus x over 12 plus beta is equivalent kay 51. And we all know that yung x is yung 51, di ba? So, we have here 15 plus 51 over 12 plus beta is equivalent kay 51. So, beta is equivalent kay 51 minus 15 minus 51 over 12. 51 over 12. So, we have here 31.75 minutes. Then, let's convert it into degrees, which is 30 over 5 minutes. Tapos degrees to. So, times 30 divided by 5. So, lalabas we have here, beta is equivalent kay wait lang. Hindi pala to 15. 10 pala to. Sorry. 10. 10 pala. 10. Sana ganun lang kadali, no? Magbura ng pagkakamali. Okay. Joke lang. So, mali. Okay. Ulitin natin. So, we have here 51 minus 10 minus 51 over 12. So, we have the answer of 36.75 minutes. Then, times 30 divided by 5. We have here angle beta, which is equivalent to 220.5 degrees. Therefore, angle theta is equivalent to 360 degrees minus 220.5 degrees. So, si theta is equivalent kay 360 minus answer lalabas. We have here 139.5 degrees. So, the angle or the obtuse angle between the hands of the clock will be 139.5 degrees. No? Okay. Number 16. What time between 2 and 3 o'clock will the angle between hands of the clock be bisected by the line connecting the center of the clock and the 3 o'clock mark? Okay? So, walang ko na lang para okay, we have problem number 16. What time between 2 and 3 o'clock will the angle between the hands of the clock be bisected by the line connecting the center of the clock and the 3 o'clock? So, we have here orasan ulit. Solution number 16. So, may orasan ulit tayo. Parang same siya at anong problem na sinolve natin nung nakaraan or dun sa mga sample problems na binigay ko. Pero solve na lang din natin siya para makita niyo ulit. So we have here, in what time daw? What time between 2 and 3 o'clock will the angle between the hands of the clock be bisected by the line connecting the center of the clock and the 3 o'clock marks? Okay. So, pinapahanap is yung bisected angle daw, no? Yung oras daw ng bisected angle. So, lalabas the angle, the two angle will be equivalent, no? So, pareho siya. So, we have here, theta 1 is equivalent kay, wait lang, between 2 and 3 o'clock. So, we have here, ito yung 2 o'clock, ito yung 3 o'clock. Yan. Then, the bisected angle is pupunta siya dito sa part na to, no? Then, yung pinapahanap is yung theta dito, which is equivalent kay theta dito, no? So, paano natin makakompute yan? Okay, so, let's solve this one using this. So, we have here, yung distance travel ng our hand, papunta dun sa pinuntahan niya ngayon, will be x over 12, no? Then, the distance traveled ito, papunta dito is equivalent kay 10, no? Then, we have also, itong distance na to ay, we all know na ito yun ay 15 minutes, tama? Then, the other angle will be equivalent kay, so, yung distance travel ng minute pupunta ulit siya dito, magkakaroon tayo ng another x value, which is to. Ito. Okay? So, kumbaga ay, yung hour hand natin ay nandito, plus, tumama din po yung minute hand natin dito sa portion na yan. Na nag-bisect nung oras in between sa 2 and 3 o'clock number, no? So, let's say na si theta 1, itong theta 1 na to, theta 1 is equivalent kay x minus 15, no? Wait lang, parang mali yung drawing ko. What time between 2 and 3 o'clock will the angle between the hands of the clock be bisected by the line connecting the center of the clock and the 3 o'clock mark? The 3 o'clock mark. Yung 3, 2. Okay, wait lang. So, we have here, first hour natin is 2 o'clock. Yung 2 o'clock ay ito. Then, pinapahanap is yung bisected by the line connecting the center. Okay. So, yung 3 o'clock hands. Ito yung alas 3. So, the traveled distance ito. So, we have here ito. Tapos, yung distansyang ito, which is yung minute hand. Then, ito yung theta 1. Ito yung theta 2. Theta 1 din. Theta 1 din siya. No? Okay. So, mali yung drawing natin kanina, no? So, lalabas, we have here the bisected angle daw kasi ito. The center of the clock and the 3 o'clock mark. So, ito yung 3 o'clock mark natin. Then, yung hour hand daw at yung minute hand natin, may mag-bisect dun sa alas 3, ay sa 3 o'clock hand, no? 3 o'clock mark pala. No? So, ang pinapahanap ko dyan ay itong angle dito at angle dito, no? So, yung angle dito at yung angle dito is pareho. Pero ang tinatanong is kung anong oras po yan nandyan, no? Or kung anong minuto po yan. Okay. So, alam natin na ito, papunta dito sa may 2 is 10 minutes, no? Then, itong distance ng 2 papunta dito sa ito is x over 12. Then, pwede kong sabihin ito ay si x, no? Ito yung wait, 15 pala to. Ito ay 15. Then, we have here, itong distance na ito ay yung x. No? Okay, so let's try to figure out kung ano maging value natin. So we have here theta 1. So lalabas, since bisected angle siya, we have here theta 1 is equivalent kay yung itim na theta 1. No? Then let's say na yung, wait, gawin natin tong block. Ito ay galing sa minute hand. So, ito ay lalabas to ay si x values. Then, papunta dito, papunta doon, we have here 15. No? So, sabihin ko yung block is yung theta 1. So, lalabas, we have here yung kabuuan, x minus yung 15. So, we have here theta 1. Mas malinaw. Yung block, ito, pakitingnan yung block, we have 15 and yung x. So, yung kabuuan, para makuha yung value ng theta dito, ito, is x minus yung 15. So, lalabas we have here x minus 15. Then, identify yung theta dito. Para makuha po siya, di ba, itong kabuuang 15, yung kabuuang 15 na to, is pareho, yung kabuuang 15 minus ito at minus ito, makuha natin yung theta. Tama? So, lalabas yan, we have here 15, itong kabuuan, minus 10, itong 10, so lalabas, dalawa. Minus x over 12. Okay. So, yan po yung magiging equation natin. Then, so, for the value of x, we have here, cancel na yung 15 transpose to plus 15 minus 10 equals x plus x over 12. So, therefore, x is equivalent kay 15 plus 15 minus 10 equals alpha x plus x over 12. We have here 18.46. 18.46. So, yung oras will be 2:18:46. So, at 2 o'clock and 18.46 minutes, mag-bisect po yung hour hand and minute hand dun sa 3 o'clock mark natin, no? Okay. So, let's continue. Problem number 17. So, problem number 17 will be a mixture problem. So, medyo madali lang naman siya. So, number 17. Solution number 17. $500 ml of 4.4 gram per ml salt solution is added to a 900 ml of 0.65 gram per ml salt solution. What will be the concentration of resulting mixture? Okay, so madali lang naman siya. So, bali, dun sa problem natin, dun sa binigay kong discussion nung nakaraan, di ba? Volume total times percent total is equivalent kay volume 1 times percent 1 plus volume 2 plus times percent 2. So, we have here volume total times yung percent total is equivalent kay volume 1 percentage nung 1 plus volume 2 times percentage nung pangalawa. And so on and so forth dun sa formula. So, we have here pinapahanap is yung concentration of the resulting mixture. So, we have the volume which is 500 tsaka 900. So, volume total pag pinagsama is 500 plus 900 ml times yung percentage concentration which is yung hinahanap. Equivalent kay volume 1 which is 500. Then, yung percentage niya which is 0.4 plus yung volume 2 which is 900 ml times yung percentage niya which is 0.65. Therefore, percent total natin is equivalent kay, or yung concentration po, yun po yung makukuha natin. So we have here 500 times 0.4 plus 900 times 0.65 all over 500 plus 900. Okay. So, yan po. So, we have here 0.56. No? So, the concentration will be 0.56. 0.5607 grams per ml. Okay? So, yan po yung sagot. So, let's proceed to solution number 18. So, how much water must be added to 1.45 liters of 80% proof liquor to make it 65% proof? Okay. Sa mga manginginom dyan, baka alam niyo yung sagot, no? Pero, yun nga. Ito, pag marunong kayo nito, alam niyo yung paano mag-mix ng mga alcohol, no? So, solution number 18, we have here, the volume total will be 1.45. No? The first volume is 1.45. Then, mag-add tayo ng another para mabawasan yung 80% proof. No? So, we have here 1.4, volume total pala. Volume 1% 1 plus volume 2 times percent 2 plus volume n percent n equals volume total percent total. No? Yung volume n is yung kung ilan man yan, pero based na sa problem natin, dalawa lang naman yung binibigay dyan. So, how much water must be added to the 1.45 liters of 80% proof liquor? So, we have here, yung volume natin is 1.45 na may 0.80% 1.45 liters na may 0.80 proof na liquor. So, lalabas, we have here 20% na tubig dyan, no? So, we have here 0.20% plus yung idadagdag natin tubig which is X times 100% equals yung volume na actual 1.45 plus yung tubig na idadagdag multiplied by, since 65% proof yung pinahanap natin, so kailangan natin ng 35% na water content doon, no? So we have here 0.35. Okay? So yung pinag-us 0.20 pala to. Tapos tayo 20% na lang. 20% tapos 35% kung nandito. Doon sa problem kasi ang hinahanap is kung ilang proof kung ilang tubig daw yung idadagdag. So malamang dapat yung ilalagay natin dito is yung percentage ng tubig kasi yun yung idadagdag, so which is 100% na water. So therefore, dito sa value or dun sa equation natin, we have X is equivalent kay transpose, combining like terms, combining lahat ng may X, tapos hiwala yung walang X, tapos makikita nyo, umiiyak ka na kasi hindi mo makita sa X. Joke lang. Okay. So the value of X will be equivalent kay 0. Wait. Solve natin para at least makita ninyo. 0.3346 liters. So 1.45 times 0.20 plus alpha X times 1 equals 1.45 plus alpha X times 0.35. So lalabas we have here 0.34463. 3346153. So siya. So yung dapat na idagdag na volume ng tubig para magkaroon ng 65% proof yung alcohol, no? So alam niyo na, kapag umiinom tayo, tapos nagdagdag ka ng maraming tubig, doon sa iniinom nyo, naliless po yung alcohol content ng iniinom natin. Okay? So, pwede nyo nang dayain yung mga manginginom ngayon sa kanto. Okay, so we have problem number 19. So, mixture problem pa rin siya. Susolve na lang natin, no? Siguro mag-stop tayo dun sa problem 19 kasi mag 1 hour na yung video. Mahihirapan na naman tayo manood, no? Kasi pag sobrang haba yung video, nakakaumay din. Saka nakakasawa din yung pagwapuhan ko dito sa video. Joke lang. Okay, so we have problem number 19. A 700 pounds alloy containing 50% of tin and 25% lead is to be added with the amount of pure tin and pure lead to make an alloy which is 60% tin and 20% lead. So determine how much pure tin must be added. Okay. So solution number 19. We have here 700 pound alloy containing 50% tin and 25% lead is to be added with amount of pure tin and pure lead to make an alloy which is 60% tin and 20% lead. Determine how much pure tin must be added. So we have here volume 1 multiplied by percentage 1 plus volume 2 percentage 2 plus equals volume total percentage total, no? So we have volume 1 which is 700 pounds. Tapos ang pinag-uusapan natin dyan ay yung tin. So lahat ng percent dyan ay dapat yung naka-tin, no? So we have here 50% ng tin which is yung para sa percentage ng unang volume plus volume 2 times 100% na tin. Okay? Then we have here volume total will be volume 1 plus volume 2. We have here 700 plus volume 2 times percentage total. Yung percentage total is yung outcome, no? So lalabas si 60% ng tin. So ito ay 60% tin. So we have here volume total volume 2 is equivalent kay 175 pounds. Or weight pala yan, di volume, no? Weight. So, kung susolve natin siya, mano 700 times 50 plus alpha x times 100 equals 700 plus alpha x times 60. So, lalabas, we have here 175 pounds, no? So, ito po yung answer para dun sa problem number 19. Okay, so pagpatuloy na lang natin para mas madali lang naman pong sagot. Okay, so we have here problem number 20, a vat containing a mixture of acid and water. If 25 gallons of acid are added, the mixture will be 80% acid. If 25% of gallons of water are added, the mixture will be 60% acid. Find the percentage of acid in the mixture. Okay, so medyo nakakalito yung problem, no? Tsaka, kung i-check nyo, iba yung orientation ng problem, no? Pero yun nga, parang lang din naman yan ng way ng pag-solve. Okay, solution number 20. We have here volume or the initial volume times yung percent nung acid dun sa volume na yon plus 25% 25 gallons, which is ito, yun dito. Tapos yung percentage niya, no? So, kakalabasan niyan is ito po, yung magiging equation natin. We have initial volume, VO, times percent ng acid dun sa volume na yon plus yung 25 gallons of water na meron tayong 100% equals volume initial plus 25 times yung outcome natin, which is 80. Right? Then we have another set of equation. So wait lang. The water are added. The mixture will be 60% acid. Find the percentage of acid in it. Okay. So we have here another equation, which is hindi naman siya 100% yung tubig natin. So we have here VO times percentage acid naman plus yung 25 gallons natin times 0% equals VO plus 25 times yung 60%. Okay. So, yung first equation is based dito sa itong equation na to. Ito. A vat containing a mixture of acid and water. If 25% of gallon are added, the mixture will be 80% acid. So, pag yung initial volume plus yung nagdagdag ka ng 25% na gallon na pure acid, ito yung kakalabasan niya. Then, yung pangalawang pangatong sentence ito, if 25 gallons of water naman, ito, tapos nagdagdag ka ng 25 gallons, pero syempre, 0% acid yun kasi nga, pure water yung dinagdag mo. Tapos, ang kakalabasan niya is 60% acid. So, pinapahanap sa atin is yung initial volume. No? So, we have here two equations and two unknowns. The volume 1 or the initial volume plus yung initial percentage ng acid doon sa initial volume natin. So, we have here two equations and two unknowns. So, solvable siya. So, pwede natin sabihin na yung percentage acid natin dito ay, so, pwede kong sabihin ito is VO, wait lang, lagay ko ng label. Equation 1, para hindi tayo malito. So, pag walang label, di ba nakakalito? Minsan nagkakamali tayo ng pag-assume. Okay, so we have equation 2. So, pag sinimplify ko itong equation 2, tama bang makakancel to? Tapos, ang kakalabasan niyan, percentage acid is equivalent kay VO plus 25 times 60% all over. Ito, transpose ko sa kabila, magiging divisor na siya nung Then, ito yung magiging equation 2 natin. No? Then, substitute equation 2 to equation 1. So, sa equation 1 na ito. No? So, we have here initial volume plus percentage acid plus 25 times 100 is equal to VO plus 25 times 80%. No? Percentage to. Then, lalabas yung percentage acid ay ito. So, lalabas we have here VO multiplied by VO plus 25 times 60% all over VO plus 25 times 100 equals VO plus 25 multiplied by 80%. Okay? So, therefore, pag solving simultaneously or shift solve sa calculator, lagay nyo lang. Okay. So, mga-cancel na, di ba? So, we have here alpha x, parenthesis muna, alpha x plus 25 close parenthesis multiplied by 60 plus 25, which is to, times 100 shift alpha times alpha x ulit plus 25 times 80. Then, shift solve equals. So, lalabas, VO is equivalent kay 100 gallons. Then, kung may VO ka na, ito ay ilagay mo dun sa equation 2. So, percentage acid is equivalent kay 100 plus 25 times 60% all over 100. So, percentage acid is equivalent kay 75%. No? Ito po yung sagot. Right? So, yun. That's end muna yung ano natin, yung video, no? Then, mag-upload ulit ako ng panibagong video na continuation para at least ay hindi ganun kahaba yung video natin. Okay, so, ingat, guys.